Hey, I'm Mark, and today I'm going to be building a farm table to replace the one in my kitchen. I'm going to cut it out of these two cants. This tree was around 90 years old. I cut it down about a year and a half ago. It's been drying here in the barn with the air conditioner and a dehumidifier running. I'll show you the layout I'm going to do for cutting the pieces I need out of these planks. Alright, I got the humidity, the moisture level down to about 9%, if y'all can see that or not, which means it's ready to use. And what I'm going to do is, the table I want is going to have a 1-inch thick top. So this is the heart of the wood, and I want to get rid of that, so we're going to cut out a piece about this big, and we won't use that area at all. And my first cut with the sawmill will be that one roughly. We'll get it to the side, and the second one will be this one, and we'll come back and cut it there, and then this will be a usable quarter sawing piece of wood. And then we'll take what's left and make 3 cuts, and the same with this, and I should get 3 pieces around 1.25 inches thick each, and then we'll plane them down to about 1 inch. And that should be enough for my tabletop and legs and sides and everything out of these 2 cans. My first cut, I went ahead and just trued up the top just to get out the warp, and as you can see how it's a little thicker and thinner here and there, so it'll be a little easier job for the joiner later. Put that to the side, get some parts out of it. Now we'll come back in a minute and we'll cut out that pith section of the very center of the tree. Well, that was fast. Now I'm going to cut my lumber about 6 inches longer than I need, and we'll run it all through the joiner and then the planer. Well, that's my final thickness, is right at 1 inch. Now the last setting on the planer for my finished product, I only turn it a half a turn, and I'll run the board through 3 times. Each time it just takes a teeny bit and gets it perfect when you're trying to glue it together. I got my pieces chosen for the top. Next we'll get them cut to length and glue them together. Well, I flipped the boards over. I drew some lines on it. Next thing we're going to do is cut biscuit slots so we can join it all together. Get it glued up. To aid in the assembly, since there's 100 biscuits going on this tabletop, I'm using a Kreg tool, and I'm going to add some screws that will hold it together while I'm gluing. I can do one board at a time and just work my way over and then put my pipe clamps on it to hold it. That's just going to help hold everything together since there's so many biscuits, and it takes a lot of time to put glue on all that. Well, that's the tabletop all glued together and screwed. Of course, it's upside down. We'll get it flipped over here and I'll show you the other side. That's the top of it. Alright, now we're ready to build the frame for it. I got my legs, they were pre-made, and I scribed the line about a 1/2 inch for the inset of the stretcher board here, and I've got it 2 inches in both ways, and one side of the leg it has a flat spot on it and that'll go in. So you just spend a little time laying it out. These boards are 3.5 inches wide. Next thing I want to do is take the pocket hole jig or the Kreg tool, put 2 holes on each end and then some down it so that I can fasten the top to the table. I'm using 2-inch long screws on the legs, and I'll just use 1.5 inch screws for the top. My wife is away in Honduras helping out at a orphanage, and I'm kind of surprising her when she gets back. But I'm not going to stain it or paint it till she figures out what colors stain or whatever she wants on it. Alright, next we're going to cut a block of wood 45-degree angle that'll go in here, and 2 lag bolts will screw into this as well. Well, I got the corner block cut. It's 45 degrees, about 6 inches long, and now we'll drill 2 holes in for the lag bolts to go in, and also we'll take the Kreg jig and put 2 screws in on the sides. Drill a pilot hole so you don't bust your wood on the leg. The leg has a flat corner to it. It's just for that reason. This is probably way overkill. This leg's going to break off here long before this joint fails, but I like to go overkill. Alright, we're ready to screw the top down, but before I do that I got a trick. I'm going to take a 1/4 inch thick shim that I have here and slide under this end only, so that it puts an arch in the table. The table's upside down, and I'll get up there with my body weight and force an arch in it, and then when we flip it over, and as it sags over time, it'll be straight. We're gonna add a strong back. It's about 46 inches long, just some scrap I had. Doesn't really need to run the whole length. This is just gonna help keep it from warping, to make it stronger through the years. I'm gonna add brace across, there's a couple of gussets as well, glue it all in. You don't have to do this, but well, if you ever had to get under a table for a tornado or whatever, you would want to have a little extra. This is one of the more dainty tables that I make. Most of the stuff I do is real heavy and rustic, but my wife wants this look, so gotta make her happy. Well, we got it finished. Now I'm going to flip it over and give it a good sanding, and I'll wait on her to get back to see what color she wants to do. And she liked this stain the best, and so did I. It's called Ipswich Pine, kind of a lighter color, and we'll get it all stained up. I'm going to give it 2 coats. One today and one tomorrow. It's got some streaks in the wood. This tree that I got it from was hit by lightning, and maybe what caused the streaks. I like it. It gives it a different look. Well, this is the finished product. I put 2 coats of the pine stain on it, and opened the doors and put it in the sunlight, and my wife didn't like it. So we're going to try to salvage it. I'm going to give it a coat of a classic gray stain. I didn't polyurethane it or anything yet. And then the frame and the legs, I'm going to use a cream chalk paint and see if she'll like that. If not, I'll just sell it and build her another one. And she wants more of a whitewash finish, so we'll see how it works. I'm going to give it a quick coat of this gray stain and then quickly wipe it off, and it will get rid of that orange yellow look that's not what she was wanting. We'll give the frame a coat of chalk cream colored white paint. This stuff dries really fast. Well, I got 2 coats of the gray on top of the other 2 coats of stain, and I really like it. I'm still going to make another one. My wife decided she wants one whitewashed. Well, next I'm going to give it 2 coats of a polycrylic just on the top, sanding in between coats. Well, that's the finished product. 2 coats of the polycrylic on there. Turned out well. I don't think I'll have any trouble selling it. I appreciate y'all watching.